by Jonathan McAvoy for the Mail on Sunday, 17:38 EDT, the 26th of August 2017. Updated 17:38 EDT, the 26th of August 2017. Facebook, Twitter, email, SMS, WhatsApp. Lewis Hamilton equaled Michael Schumacher's all-time pole position record. Hamilton got his 68th pole position at Belgian Grand Prix on Saturday. The Brit has asked Mercedes for a new 3-year contract to tie him until 2021. The Mail on Sunday understands Hamilton is expected to be granted his wish. Mercedes were eyeing up Sebastian Vettel, but he agreed to stay at Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton has asked Mercedes for a new 3-year contract, a deal that would tie him to the world champion team until 2021. The Mail on Sunday understands Hamilton is likely to be granted his wish with only the money left to be haggled over, despite Mercedes chairman Niki Lauda letting slip that he spoke to Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel about bringing him in as a replacement for the Briton. However, any final chance of Vettel moving to Mercedes was extinguished yesterday when Ferrari announced that the German had agreed to stay for 3 years beyond the current season. Lewis Hamilton equaled F1 great Michael Schumacher's all-time pole position record. The Mercedes driver recorded a sensational lap to beat title rival Sebastian Vettel of Ferrari-related articles. These were the behind-the-scenes shenanigans on a day of outward emotion in Spa, where Hamilton equaled the 68 poles set by Michael Schumacher, one of a near monopoly of records that stand as giant monuments to his legend. But before Hamilton wiped away his tears after his history-making feat, Lauda's frank admission that Mercedes had courted Vettel prompted team principal Toto Wolff to contradict his fellow Austrian, an apparent cover-up job that reeked of desperation. Lauda had said, "We discussed it briefly with him, Vettel, but the more competitive Ferrari got, the less reason he had to leave. So, therefore, we stopped right away a couple of months ago." And now the 32-year-old is set to be rewarded with a new 3-year deal running up until 2021. Hamilton finished in front of teammate Valtteri Bottas and rival Vettel. "I think every driver, if he's clever, talks to more than one team. Then, when you negotiate, you're in a better position." That's what he did. But Wolff, who attended Vettel's 30th birthday party as recently as July, then said, "I think it is a bit of miscommunication. We never once had negotiations with Vettel. Zero. I think what Niki was referring to was they crossed each other in the paddock and he asked Seb what he is doing next year. Pull the other one, Toto. Why, if they talked once by chance, did Lauda measure the time since the conversation stopped in months?" Wolff added later that the two parties never discussed contracts. "It appears highly unlikely that they got as far as talking numbers or terms, and that the interest was of a let's stay in touch type." But, to this witness, he was taking refuge in farcical sophistry. Vettel's reward for staying at Ferrari is in the region of £110 million, a figure similar to the one Hamilton can now expect to negotiate at Mercedes. Neither driver nor team has any plausible option other than to recommit to the other. The timing of Vettel's extension was strange given that only 48 hours earlier he had insisted publicly at Ferrari's own press conference that there would be no announcement about his future this week or at Monza next. And these Formula One wallies expect us to take them at their word. Hamilton's new deal comes off the back of speculation Mercedes spoke with Sebastian Vettel. Mercedes deny they contacted Vettel and the rumors have since been quashed. The Brit will start in pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix, which starts on Sunday. Lauda, one of the few giants remaining at the helm of a sport that is becoming a corporate pastiche of itself, shoots straight from the hip without favor of fear, and thank heavens for that. Another old great, Schumacher, could not be here, of course. He has not been seen in public since he hit his head skiing 3.5 years ago, but his former boss and close friend, Ross Brawn, was on hand to convey a touching tribute. Immediately after Hamilton had taken pole by a commanding quarter-second, Brawn said, "I am here to deliver a very special message from Karina Schumacher and the Schumacher family. They want to congratulate you on equaling Michael's record. As Michael always said, records are there to be beaten, so they want to send their very special thanks. Well done." Because the German, who finished behind Hamilton on Saturday, has extended his Ferrari deal. Hamilton welled up, and then said, "It is definitely a special day. I knew it was on the horizon and at some stage one would get the 68th pole. I did not apply pressure, but now it is an unusual place to be. I remember coming to Spa in 1996 for my first Grand Prix, and watching Michael come out of turn 1, and the vibration of the engine shook my rib cage. It was incredible. That is when my love for the sport took another step. Now, to think I have equaled him on poles is very surreal and very much a humbling experience." The 3-time F1 champion was emotional after the race and admitted it was a special day. "It was fitting that the landmark was reached here at Spa. 3 letters that stand for so much in the Schumacher story, where he made his debut, where he scored his first victory, where he won 6 times. Sharing the front row with Hamilton will be championship leader Vettel, who told his own stories of how he worshipped Schumacher. Behind them comes Valtteri Bottas, who is almost certain to be retained as Mercedes' second driver. Related articles: Facebook, Twitter, email, SMS, WhatsApp.